What's up, guys? Welcome back to Coaster Dash, and this is a really exciting one. Our last vlog on this leg of the trip before flying out of Shanghai to our next destination, and we don't just have one park. We have a full-on resort with 2 massive theme parks in it. These are Fanta Park, Glorious Orient, and Oriental Heritage in Ningbo. We are about an hour, maybe 2 hours south of Shanghai. We took the bullet train up from Taizhou last night, and these places are fascinating because they have very different themes. One of them, Fanta Park Glorious Orient, is themed to modern Chinese technology, whereas Oriental Heritage, which is the second gate literally right across the way, is all about Chinese legends, history, folklore, that kind of thing. We have some enormous roller coasters to get on today. That includes Jungle Trailblazer, a gravity grip wooden coaster that actually goes upside down, and one of the only Vekoma Top Gun coasters in the world. Between both parks, I believe there's 8 credits, but beyond that, there's a lot of dark rides to check out as well. If you're familiar with the Fantawild chain, they don't play when it comes to theming. I believe we're heading into Oriental Heritage first, but we gotta get on these coasters as soon as possible because the weather is going to go to crap soon. We have just a couple of hours, and then once that all happens, if it starts to rain or if it gets really dreary and the rides close, we can focus on the dark ride. So that's our game plan. We're here until close, which I think is around 5 p.m., and then we gotta book it to the airport. So we've got a jam-packed day to look forward to, and I am very excited, and I think these may just be the last Fantawild parks of the trip. It's possible there could be more. It depends on if we could fit any into our schedule. Let's waste no more time and head inside. Oriental Heritage was the original park in the Ningbo Resort. This opened in 2016, whereas the other park opened in 2021. If you remember, we visited the Oriental Heritage in Mianyang, so this is our second one. Josiah, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
We got a Jungle Trailblazer to get on.
And an epic Vekoma.
You've got to be kidding me. Any opportunity to get on a modern wooden coaster, I am here for it. Now, a note about Jungle Trailblazer. You can experience this exact layout at many other Fantawild parks. However, this was our only opportunity this trip to get on one. The layout is so big, and it runs with timberliner trains, over 100 feet tall, 3,200 feet of track. This is gonna be gnarly. Let's go! Jungle Trailblazer. I've been wanting to ride this for a long time. This is a major bucket list for me. It's a big wooden coaster too, enormous. Oh, no! Look at that view! Wow! Oh! Oh! Yeah! Whoa! Upside down! Oh! Whoa! Oh! Wow! Oh, wow. Yo! We just rode that? No way! That was awesome! Jungle Trailblazer is a stupid intense wooden coaster. I really enjoyed it. Although, I'll be honest, it was slightly underwhelming because the second half for me ran too slow. And there were a few elements to me that were meandering, but the first half, I would go as far as to say it was a 10 out of 10 up until that midway point. The coaster is a little rough around the edges, like all wooden coasters are, but I actually didn't think it was too bad, especially in the front row, which was my favorite spot to sit anyways because you got pushed up over the hills, and I think that's where the airtime is at its best. The inversion was good fun too, pretty cool near misses with the wood supports all around you. It is a powerhouse of a ride, and I'm so honored that I got to do that. Of all the Chinese coasters on this trip, that's one of them that was at the top of my bucket list just because it looks so menacing, and I'm a huge fan of Hades 360 at Mount Olympus in Wisconsin, and this is kind of the sister ride to that, being that it's also a gravity group wooden coaster that goes upside down.
I loved this ride. The first half is absolutely incredible. The airtime is some of the strongest airtime on a wooden coaster ever. The inversion's smooth, and to Mark's point, I love the way this thing looks. It's just a really intense, mean-looking ride, and it rode awesome.
Dude, that was awesome. It was powerful as crap. It kind of reminds me of Mind Blower a little bit, so I like that a lot.
Next coaster we'll be checking out is the Stress Express. This is a Vekoma boomerang coaster. Technically, the second traditional boomerang coaster we'll have done on this trip. The first was at the Meishin Village of Wine, but it was from some sort of Chinese knockoff manufacturer. This is an actual Vekoma boomerang. So a lot of you have probably done these around the world. They don't have the best reputations, but really for me, it comes down to how they ride. Some are a lot better than others. One thing I just noticed about this, it has vest restraints. It should be a lot more comfortable. Backwards up the lift of Stress Express. Admittedly, I am a little stressed, but hopefully it's pretty fun. Release! Oh, yeah, okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Woo! Oh, it's good.
Wow. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was impeccable. I'm actually excited to do that again backwards. Yeah! Whoa! Whoa! Dude, it's so fun. Yes! I won't lie, that is one of the smoothest Vekoma boomerangs I've ever been on. Smooth enough to where I don't actually think you would even need the vest, but with them, it is a genuinely great ride. Obviously, I prefer Jungle Trailblazer for how unique that is, but for a standard clone coaster type, they really did what they could to make this a fun experience. I really appreciate that because I've done so many boomerangs that are unpleasant to ride.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. That's an amazing boomerang. It runs perfectly smooth. I couldn't believe how chill the chain attachment was. You didn't even feel it. Whoever maintains this at Fantawild, you do an incredible job. That is a flawless boomerang.
Just like Josiah said, they do a great job maintaining this thing. It rides amazing.
Well, that's gonna do it for our short visit. No, I'm just kidding. We'll be back. We're riding around in this giant, how do you describe
It's
that?
like a golf cart and a van combined. It's awesome.
It's so cool. We're heading over to the other park now. We got to get on some more coasters just in case the weather goes bad. And then I think we're gonna knock out all of Fanta Park Glorious Orient's dark rides, and then we'll head back to Oriental Heritage and knock out all of their non-coaster attractions. This entrance looks amazing also, and you could tell, a lot more modern. I like the dinosaur animatronics too, very cool. There you go. Out in front of us is our second red Vekoma in the last 2 days. This is Fighter Jet, a Vekoma Top Gun. This model is exclusive to China. You can't find it anywhere else in the world at the moment. There's actually 4 operating across the Fanta chain in this country with another 2 on the way. So they clearly love this model. With about 3,000 feet of track, it's a very compact coaster. 4 inversions crammed into a tight footprint. It actually reminds me a lot of the Premier Ride Spaghetti Bowl coasters from back in the day. Almost like a modern iteration of those. But yeah, this looks great, and I've heard nothing but good things about how smooth it is, how flowy it is. New gen Vekomas, dude, they are always so much fun. That manufacturer is crushing it, and I think this will be no exception. Wow, scope out that Q line theming. That is dope. Guys, look at the trains. They're so cute, and they're so short too, very nimble. Dude, I'm so hyped. We're on the Fighter Jet. Oh my god, look at that launch. We're launching. Yo! Oh, what is that? Yeah! Wow! Are you kidding me? It's so intense! It's amazing! What? Oh! What? No trims? That's the biggest surprise of the trip so far. Wow!
It's one of the best roller coasters ever.
Fighter Jet blew me away. That is one of the best coasters we've done in China so far, and one of my favorite Vekomas of all time. It could not be smoother. The pacing is tremendous. It's so intense. Not the highest G-Shield experience, but those positives are sustained for forever. The airtime strength is great. Literally my only knock, I wish it had lap bars as opposed to the vest restraints, but it's not like it's uncomfortable or anything. It just really comes down throughout the ride. Other than that, I genuinely have nothing bad to say. Even the mid-course brake run, I thought that was gonna slow the train down and then the second half would be kind of weak, but that's just there to improve capacity. It doesn't slow you down even a little, and so you power through the whole thing. Wow.
I think that layout has probably the longest sustained positive G moment of all time. And the theming's really cool. You're on a battleship and you launch off of a launch pad like a fighter jet. It's so fitting.
I was not expecting much, and then I saw the small trains and I was like, all right, this thing is gonna rip.
It's
as it does.
cranking through
That's
that layout.
easily my number 2 in China.
Wow.
That was so good. Everything about it. That thing just is relentless. That's how I would describe it.
Let's keep getting through these coasters. Here's what's up next, Frontline Charge. It is a Vekoma family boomerang coaster. Like the Top Gun, these are all over the Fantawild parks. We actually just did one yesterday at Fantawild in Taizhou. And it's fun. It's a standard layout, nothing too crazy here, but it's always an enjoyable experience. I think it's kind of funny that this resort has a family boomerang and a full-size boomerang. Question is, which one's better? Whoa! Let's go! Yeah! They're always smooth. Love it. Up the spike. Nice. Whoa! And through the station. It's always good fun. Love it. This might be the only time I prefer a standard boomerang to a family boomerang. I like that a lot though. It's very smooth and comfortable, but yeah, the other one we did, also smooth and just a lot more intense. And as a thrill seeker myself, that's my preference here. Now, I believe there's like maybe 2 other coasters in the resort that we could ride, but aren't as susceptible to closing if it rains. And so we're actually gonna take the opportunity to experience Railroad Warriors. This is a dark ride that we've yet to experience across the Fantawild parks, and it sounds amazing. We got the 3D glasses on this, screen-based ride. Supposedly, we're following a military assault on a train during a war. Wow. We got the guns attached to the train. I think there's targets. Oh, yeah, there you go. Whoa. I think I'm the driver. Oh, we got a full-on train. This is crazy. What? Oh my god! Whoa! Oh my gosh! Whoa! Jump, 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 jump! No! Oh, we're spinning out into the cornfield, and now we're actually in a cornfield. This is insane! Oh, it's gonna blow! Whoa! They did an amazing job with that one. Holy crap. They got full-on animatronics too. Pretty dark theme though. Wow. That is one of the very best dark rides in China, if not the world. The mix of practical sets and screens was unparalleled. That was perfect. The visuals were amazing. The 3D was great. It's pretty dark and it's pretty violent too. The themes, holy crap. The only thing you could do to make that better, in my opinion, is when the train blows up, a blast of heat would have been just the cherry on top. But that's literally it. Everything else about that is flawless.
Dude, that thing is so well rounded. It's unreal. First you go and it's like shooting practice and it drops you into a war zone. I cannot think of, other than what Mark said, the blast of heat, I could not think of any way to make that ride better. It's perfect. Easily like a top 5 dark ride in the world for me. Not even close, like no question about it.
On top of what you both just said, I'll add something too. One thing I liked a lot that Fan has been doing that I don't see other parks doing is they have screens on the roof, and at one point on this, the train derails and comes down on you and it hits a physical set piece that breaks in half.
It's so good.
It's just incredible how detailed this ride is.
Well, we passed right on by this. May as well take it for a spin. This is called Skytrack. It is a modified version of a Wacky Worm. Unfortunately, not a Corgi Dog Puppy coaster, so thumbs down for that. I will say I do like the purple colors on this one. Whoa! Oh! Oh! Gnarliest first drop of the trip.
#1 roller coaster in the world,
Done.
hands down.
Oh, in the middle of the vlog. What's up, guys? You know, I gotta say, it's nice being back at Chinese parks that actually have people in them. The atmosphere is so much more inviting. This next one is Hangar Breakout, a dark ride with a similar theme. I believe this also utilizes a lot of screens and 3D glasses. Wow. 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 That was very solid. I liked it a lot. In my opinion, it's a little bit redundant in this park when you have that last dark ride we did, which in my opinion wasn't every way better. But it was cool. You didn't have 3D glasses on this. I thought maybe you would. The screen quality was good enough to stand its own. I would have liked to see more practical sets, but they did have one really impressive set at the end of the ride.
Dude, that was great. I did prefer the one we did before this just because it relied less on the screens. But
Yeah.
that being said, the transitions were very good.
I thought the domes worked really well, and I loved the rowdiness of that ride.
Well, we've switched parks. We are back at Oriental Heritage. We have some pretty unfortunate news that I have to share. Glorious Orient signature dark ride, which I believe is called Jinchan. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. It's this giant, over 10-minute long boat ride, and it's closed seemingly for the day. That is just devastating. We're gonna distract ourselves with a meal. Wow. Look at this. Piping hot though.
So good, dude.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I don't want to hear anything about me not eating protein.
There you go, man. I'm proud of you.
Not only that, Fantawild food, oh that's spicy, is the best of any theme park ever. After a delicious meal, we have made it to our next ride, Jinchan Temple Showdown. This exterior is looking a little familiar and there's a reason for it. I had no idea about this until reading up on it just now. This is a near clone of White Snake's Fury at Oriental Heritage Mianyang, a ride that blew our minds very recently. I'm a little upset by the lack of originality. That being said, I am so glad Drew gets to do this.
If it's anything like what we did, White Snake's Fury, that was one of my favorite theme park experiences of all time.
I agree.
So I am more than excited to get in here and explore this.
I agree.
This is incredible.
You ready, dude?
Let's go, dude. I have no idea what this is.
Yep, this looks about the same. Absolutely phenomenal. It is literally the best queue line in the world. I don't see how you can top this.
老头，水仙在哪儿？
许大夫，娘子，你怎么了？怎么回事？没看见我们开车吗？
区区妖孽，你敢和老衲谈真心？
Basically exactly the same as the last time we did that in Mianyang. It is tremendous. There's nothing else like it. It's not really even a ride because you start in that boat and then it becomes a show.
It's unbelievable.
It's so good. The only real difference I noticed, the lighting. The show in particular was dimmer, but still, as an experience, this is the best thing in this park and probably in the resort, unless that boat ride that's closed today is really that good. I would take that over any coaster at the Fanta parks. That's how amazing this is. Please don't miss it if you come here. I'm really curious to hear what you thought of that.
I had no idea what that was. They were telling me it's like a show, but a ride. And I wouldn't even call it either. It's more of like an experience. It's so unique, dude. I've never done anything like that. Why doesn't Disney have something like this?
Genuinely. This is Night Rescue. It is a Jinma mine train coaster, and I guess it's situated indoors. This should be interesting. Hence why we didn't do it earlier, because this obviously won't shut down if it starts raining. Although I will say, the weather's held up great for us. These parks are only open for another 2 hours, and I'm not sure there's gonna be any precipitation. Once again, a banger queue line. Wow. And the station. I've heard it's very dark in here. Not sure how much you guys are gonna be able to see. But we've got 2 lift hills parallel with one another. I'm guessing this is the same layout that we've done so many times this trip. Indeed, it is pitch black in here. You can't see anything. It's fun though. Y'all will have to take my word for it. Whoa, that's cool. Okay, back around. Round 2. Whoa! What is that? Wow, that is cool. Dude, some of this theming is rad. What is that? Look at this theming at the exit. It's so cool. That really elevated the experience for me. That's top 3, maybe #1 mine train of the trip so far. That was awesome. I love that. That was great. You can't tell that that's a clone layout from in there. We said peace out to Oriental Heritage, and now it is raining. Look at that. So no more coaster rides for us. Would have liked to do re-rides on Trailblazer and Fighter Jet, but no can do. But yeah, we're heading over to that boat ride. Finally, I'm so excited. Well, it's really coming down now. But this attraction takes a look at the history of China's marine industry, specifically the ship of Zhejiang, which was sunk in battle. This is one impressive station. Very cool. Wow.
请中塔放心。
They got a whole ship with
是当时世
animatronics
界
working
上
on
最
it.
先进、速度最快的巡洋机，历时4个多月的海上航行。
凶多吉少啊！行行行。
Wow, the
日本
scale
海
of
军
it.
倾巢而出，吉野舰。
Wow. It's been said that this is one of Fantawild's most ambitious dark rides yet, and I understand why. I actually have no idea how that technology worked at all. You're in this boat that goes forwards, backwards, sideways, and the transitions are seamless. You never know when that's coming. The screen quality was great. The audio was super loud. You got some heat effects, cool wind. There were just a few rooms where there could have been more happening, but other than that, that is a phenomenal ride and definitely one of the highlights of the day. I'm very grateful that we got to experience that.
Yeah, it was a very large ride. I thought the ride system was really cool and interesting. I'd never seen that done before.
Dude, that was nothing like I expected, but I'm not complaining. Like, that was sick, dude. The screens and the water blended together surprisingly well. And
Yeah.
the boat, like, we went backwards at one point, so...
And sideways. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It's kind of like the mock rocking boat model before the mock rocking boat existed. Well, both parks are closing down in about 10 minutes, which is perfect considering the weather has gone to crap. Now I have so much to say, I don't even know where to begin. Number one, this has probably been my favorite theme park resort so far in China. I loved both parks pretty much equally. I could see how the themes of war could be a little much for some people, but the quality is undeniably there. It is very impressive. So getting to Fanta Park Glorious Orient, fascinating, really cool. I'd say they might have had the best ride lineup, but my favorite of the two parks had to have been Oriental Heritage. Reminded me a lot of the park in Mianyang. One thing I adored about this place was how different both of the parks were. And then also, when compared to Disney or Universal, Fantawild actually invests in extreme roller coasters. I loved how each park had their own thrill coaster. The Fighter Jet had to have been my favorite. That was really cool. Really, either of these parks on their own are near flawless, and then put together, this is a must visit in China. Please do yourself a favor and come down here if you're already in the Shanghai area. It's not too inconvenient to reach.
Dude, I'm blown away by both of these parks. The dark rides, dude, are you serious?
The lineup is stacked.
It's so stacked. Like, this would be a 3-day destination in America because it would be absolutely packed every single day of the year. It was so good.
Don't get me wrong, there are still people here, but you won't have to wait in tremendously long lines. Their throughput is also pretty good for China, I think.
Overall, the Oriental Heritage here and the Glorious Orient parks are both incredible. I loved the scale. It felt like the Glorious Orient Park was really educationally based, and then the Oriental Heritage was more fun. The staff that we got to interact with and the people were all super friendly. So I liked it a lot. I had a great visit. This is definitely one of the stronger parks of the trip and of the Fanta parks we've been to. So I really enjoyed it.
Thank you all so much for watching. That concludes leg 2 of the trip. It's surreal. We're finally getting on another flight and heading onwards to Guangzhou, China. The whole travel process will end up in the next vlog alongside Guangzhou Sunak Land, home of dueling dragons. Stay tuned for that here on the channel, or if you don't want to wait for it, you don't have to. Check out my Patreon in the description or pinned comment. Appreciate y'all so much. Peace out.